No, it is recording. Yes. Um, few okay. If you have selected the partners, fine. And few students have not getting the partners. We'll do one thing anyway. Tomorrow afternoon, today afternoon, you have. I think you have Java lab. Pam told anything about that? About the Java lab for today afternoon?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, maybe she'll tell later. But every Wednesday afternoon, I'll take. There will be a web lab students every Wednesday afternoon. So anyway, we have lab tomorrow afternoon. So those who have selected your partners, fine. Those who have not got the partners, we'll discuss that in tomorrow's lab session. So now yesterday also I missed my class because of some problem in my laptop. So today I want to continue the syllabus. Any issue you have regarding the labs, we'll discuss in tomorrow's lab session. Is the screen is visible, students?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the subject title is Web Technologies. Subject code is 20 MCA 23. This is my mail ID, students. If you have, if you in today or tomorrow, I'll create a GCR Google Classroom. So in that, PPTs, notes, assignments, whatever you have to submit to me. So everything you have to share in GCR, and whatever the study material I have, I'll share in the GCR. Through GCR, we can communicate. But this is my mail ID for any if you want to share anything. Okay. So as you all know that the title of the subject is Web Technologies. The title of the subject is Web Technologies, and in the last class we discussed the course outcomes. The course outcomes. Now I want to give you some objectives of this subject. Objective of this subject. Yes, students, mainly here in this subject we are going to learn how to develop a web page or how to develop a website. When you develop a web page, how you execute through www, world wide web, we execute. So if I develop a web page here, I can open the web page anywhere in the world. So here the objective of this web technology is to understand the technology and protocols, understanding the world wide web or www, and to be familiar with the common tools, techniques for developing a web-based application, both client and server side. Means the objective of this subject or the aim of this subject is to understand how to develop a web page. Yes, before we learn any subject or before we learn any course, we have to understand why we are learning this subject. When you learn Java or when you learn software engineering or operating system, we need to understand what is the objective or what is the aim of that subject. So the aim of this subject is to understand how to develop a web-based application or how to develop a website or how to develop a web page, and both client and server side applications we'll understand by this subject. And this subject is used, or the aim of this subject is to develop working knowledge of HTML, XHTML, JavaScript, Java, Perl, PHP as a language for developing a web application. To develop a web application, here in this subject, we are going to learn web, or to develop a web page or to develop a website, we should have a knowledge of HTML, XHTML, JavaScript, Java, Perl, PHP. These are all the language we should know to develop the web application. Need for studying a web technology course. What is the need to study a web application or web technology course. Nowadays, more and more of the world software is being run with a web browser. So nowadays, more and more softwares are running on the web server, web browser. For that, we need to understand web technology, or we need to learn the web technology. And web softwares offers many reasonable benefits. What are the benefits? It is easy to develop, easy to deployment, easy to develop, and it is server side data. So many services are available. And with this, the Java, the web technology or the web programming is a basic. After learning this web technologies, you can learn other programming, other languages like Ajax, or other subjects you can learn like Ajax and Web 2.0. So this, the meaning is, the web technology is a basic concept, like how before you learn Java or .NET or other languages, the C programming is a basic. Once you learn a C programming, there you learn how to write a code, how to write the program, because C is a structured programming language. C is a structured programming language. Then according to the structure, we write the include statement, hash include statement, then the declaration statement, then the executable statement. Suppose if you have any subprogram, there for subprogram also, it is, the space is there in the structure of the C program. So once you learn the C program, so it will be easy for us to learn any advanced programming language. Similarly, to learn, before we learn Ajax or Web 2.0, this web technology is a basic programming language. And what are the challenges of this subject? What are the challenges of this subject? Short time, as you all know that it is a semester scheme, so the time will be less, the syllabus will be more, and the programs, even the lab syllabus is more. When we were discussing in last class about the lab programs, or about the lab subject, 11 programs are there, students. In each program we have A and B, and that too in first program we have A, B, C, D, E, F. So many sub concepts are there. So the syllabus is vast, the syllabus is more. And here, though few students, they already know web technologies or web programming, they already learned in their graduation. Few students, they don't they have not studied. For them it will be a new. So syntax they have to learn, so many syntax they have to learn. And tags, here we call as a tags they have to learn, and the time is very less. Within the short time they have to learn this subject. And the bugs, probably the most prominent difficulty is the set of new nasty bugs. Here students, when in C program or in other programming, in C or Java, when you compile the program, there you will come to know the where is the error. With the line number it will show where is the error. But it is little difficult in web technologies to understand where is the error, because if you already known, then it might be easy, but those who are learning it first time, for them it will be little difficult. And it is sometimes when we do a spelling mistake, we'll tell that in the exam, ma'am, everything was correct, every syntax, code, logic, everything was correct, but I did not get the program. But sometimes what happen, the minor mistakes we may do, the spelling mistakes, incorrect variable declaration, those types of bugs or those types of error we do in the exam, or in the when we learn this programming language. Students, this is all not there in the syllabus, just for a as an introduction part, I'm telling all this. Copying, a more slightly difficulty one is yes, the more this is challenging for the faculties. not for the students. Many time we tell that whatever the assignments, whether it may be lab assignment or theory assignment we give to students, we tell them don't copy from your friends. Don't copy from your friends. You try to learn by yourself. Maybe first time you may face difficulty, you may face it is little complex, but next time it will be easy for you only. Even after telling so many times also, many of you will copy the material or copy the programs, copy the assignment from your friends. So stop doing that. Debugging tools. There are few debugging tools are available which are existing in this programming language. So these are all the challenges. The solution. So those are all challenges. Now we'll come to the solution. What are the solution? So listen to the lecturer, listen to the lecture session, students. Don't miss any of the lecture sessions and concentrate or study the course materials, whatever the course material we give, and understand the debugging tools of XHTML editor. Now we'll see some of the basic definitions. What is web browser? A web browser commonly referred as a browser. So what is web browser, students? Anybody, what is browser? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Through which we can browse pages.
Through which you can.
Through which
Yes.
can access the web page
Correct,
from the
exactly.
server.
Yes, the browser is nothing but instead of web browser, generally we call it as a browser. So the actual name is web browser, but most commonly we refer it as a browser. This browser is to use to refer some page or to seek some information. To seek some information, we use the web browser. A web browser is commonly known as browser. It is an application software for accessing the World Wide Web. For accessing the World Wide Web, we use this web browser. When a user requests a page, page from a particular website, the web browser retrieves the necessary content from a web server and then display the page on the user's device. See, to browse a to see the web browser or to browse, it is not necessary that you have to use a computer only. You can use either mobile phone or you can use tabs or you can use laptops or desktop. Any device, any user device you can use. Now, suppose I want to know what is HTML or I want to know what is web technology or what is web programming. I don't know any idea. I don't have any idea about this web technologies. So nowadays, students, everything is on the tip of our finger. Whatever the information we don't get, so immediately we will Google. How you Google? Using this web browser. Using the web browser. As a user, when we request in the web page, when we request some information, what is the meaning of web technology? What is the meaning of web technology? Through this web browser, we request as a user, we request, and for that, whatever the question we are asking, related to that question, whatever answer is available in the web browser, then that will be displayed on the device, whatever the device we have. It may be tab or mobile. Through mobile also you can browse. Through mobile also you can check the web browser through laptop, through tab. So whatever the device you are having, through that you can browse. So whatever the question we are asking to the web browser or whatever the request the user is giving or the user is posting on the page, so related to that, whatever the necessary information we will it retrieves, that information will be displayed on the user's device. What is web server? What is web server? A web server is a computer that runs website. A web server is nothing but that is a computer, that is a hardware device, and that runs a website. That website is software. The web server is a computer that runs website. It's a computer program that distribute web page as they are requisitions. The basic objective of web server is to store, process, and deliver web page to the server. So the basic objective of the web server is to store, process, and deliver the web pages to the users. What is MIME? The MIME stands for, or the full form of MIME is Multipurpose Internet Mail Extension. The full form of the MIME or MIME stands for Multipurpose Internet Mail Extension. As the name indicates, means as the name Multipurpose Internet Mail Extension indicates, it is an extension to the internet. It is an extension to the internet email protocol that allows user to exchange different kind of data file over the internet, such as images, audio, and video. Means the MIME is specially used to exchange the information. The MIME is specially used to exchange the information. I have one image. I want to send that image to my friend. So through this MIME, we can exchange the information. So as the name indicates, it is an extension to the internet email protocol that allows its user to exchange different kind of data files over the internet, such as images, audios, and videos. This difference is not necessary, students. Just I have included this difference between HTML and XHTML. Okay, before that, what is HTTP? HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is an application layer protocol for transmitting hypermedia documents such as HTML. So HTTP is an application layer. It is a protocol for transmitting the hypermedia documents. And next we have the difference between HTML and XHTML. Lot easier to write the rules. XHTML is, and even the XHTML is also not so sorry students. HTML is lot easier to write the rules, write the program, and it is not so strict, whereas XHTML is not easy. Compared to HTML, XHTML is not easy and it has some rules. We have to follow the rules. And HTML, you can run on all the browsers. Means HTML is supported by all the browsers. There are few older versions which there are some older version of browser through which you cannot execute XHTML programs. There are a lot of loopholes, like they are not required to have compulsory closing tags. So when you learn the tags, that time you will understand. Here generally in HTML and in XHTML, we write the tag, students. So opening tag will be there and the closing tag will be there. So in HTML, it is not necessary that compulsory you have to close the tag. Whereas in XHTML, you compulsory or it is mandatory to write the closing tag. I'll give here one example. Suppose here I have a tag that is title tag. title tag. So title tag is used to give a title to the program. So title to the it will be displayed on the title bar. So here the title tag I'm writing web program. Web program. Next the body tag. Closing the. Yes, students, you're understanding what I'm writing. I'll read out. If you're not, if my handwriting is not not clear, then I'll read out once. So here I have written this. This is a title, title, title tag, and the tags generally we write within the angle bracket. So title, the title of this program I have given program. I have written in short PROG. I have written, and after that, after this title tag, I have written the body tag. In this dot means some instructions, some program instructions, some program statements, some statements I have written, and here I am closing the body tag. So according to this HTML, it is not required to have a compulsory closing tag. So students, anybody sending any message? Because once I share the screen, I'll not come to know if you send any message. See, here I'm not explaining the structure of the HTML program. Just I'm taking one example. Okay, head tag, HTML tags will be there. Here, just I have taken the example of a title tag, because here I want to demonstrate about the closing of a whether the closing is necessary or not. Yes, I know head tag will be there. The first is a HTML tag. So here, students, this is the opening of a tag, title tag, and next we have I have written in the title tag, that is web program, and next the body tag and the closing of a body tag. Here I have not closed the title tag. Yes, students, you're seeing, you are able to see. No, I have not see. Yes, you are able to see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The title tag I have not closed. So according to HTML, if you are not specifying the closing of a tag, then okay, it will not show any error. You can easily you can get the output. Whereas in the case of XHTML, the closing tag is mandatory. The closing tag is mandatory. Next, whenever a document is in HTML, there are no tools to validate its syntactic correctness. In HTML, we don't have any syntactic correctness tool. See, here only you can see, according to the syntax, compulsory you have to write the closing tag. But in HTML, if you don't write the closing tag also, you are not getting any error. But whereas in the case of a XHTML, compulsory you have to write the code closing tag. So whenever a document is in XHTML, there is a tool to validate its syntactic correctness, which helps in error detection. So if we have a tool for the syntactic correction, then it will be helpful for us to identify the errors. Next, we have a basic HTML tags. Basic HTML. So any yes, students, any text document is composed within paragraphs, list, and headings. So whatever we display using this HTML, using this HTML the tag, the data will be composed within the paragraph or within the headings or within the list. So with this help, with the help of paragraph, with the help of headings, and with the help of list, the data will be displayed in the HTML document or in the web page. In HTML, formatting is specified by using tags. So whatever the data we are displaying using this HTML program or using this web technologies, we are doing it with the help of tags. Without tags, you cannot display any data. Without tag, you cannot display any paragraph. Without tag, you cannot display any image. Without tag, you cannot display any table. So everything we are executing or we are formatting with the help of tag, students. Everything we are formatting with the help of tags. And the tag, a tag is a format name. A tag is a format name, and it is surrounded by a angle bracket. It is surrounded by angle bracket, and the ending tag must contain the forward slash. The ending tag must contain the forward slash. For example, see here I have written one tag, that is h1 tag. H1 tag. What is the meaning of H1 tag is? H1 tag is used to make the content bold or the content as a heading. Sorry, student, not bold. The content as a heading. Now I am writing here. I'm writing here. I want to display BMS IT. I want to display BMS IT. If I just if here to increase the font size, here we have the headings. The highest font size of, we have H1, H2, up to H6 we have, students. Up to H6 we have. So it is the highest font size is H1. Next level is H2, then H3, H4. So up to H6 we have this heading. So that in detail we'll see it later. But here I am just demonstrating about the closing tag. I'm demonstrating a closing tag. See here, H1 is a opening tag. H1 is a opening tag, and here I have written star star star, means a dot dot dot. Whatever the content you want to display, you can write here, and here it is a closing tag. Here we have a closing tag. The closing tag. As here I am specifying the end tag must contain a forward slash. It must contain a forward slash. See what I am telling here. A tag is a format name surrounded by angle bracket. So it is a H1. This is a tag, and this tag is surrounded by an angle. Yes, students, you are understanding or any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Anybody have any confusion?
No,
No, ma'am.
So it is surrounded by an angle bracket, and if it is a beginning of a tag, then when you are writing a closing of a tag, the closing tag should contain, or it must contain, a forward slash. It must contain a forward slash, and the forward slash is here, angle bracket slash H1. So this is the end of header tag, end of heading tag H1. So same thing, one more example I have written here. In the first example, I have written dot dot dot. In the next example, H1 text in tag, and here I'm closing that tag. I'm closing that tag, and this and it is a case sensitive. It is a these tags are case sensitive. See here, HEAD, head, all in small letters, all in capital letters, and in between one letter is capital letter. The meaning is same, students. Yes, meaning is same. No, the meaning of head. The meaning of head is same whether you write in capital letters or small letters. The meaning is same. But if you take a syntax wise, these three are not same. These three are not same. If you are writing a opening tag with this spelling, the closing tag also should have the same spelling. I'll write. Head. Head. If I write a closing tag, yes, students, the meaning is same. The meaning of this small HEAD, head, and this capital HEAD both are same. But I cannot write like this. When I am writing the head tag, when I am writing a opening head tag in this way, and the closing head tag also in the same way. So if you write like this, you will get a error. These two are not same. These two are not same. And each element is terminated by a end tag. And each element should be terminated by a end of a tag. Structure of a XHTML document. Structure of a XHTML document. So this is the structure. Students, here a down is a end of a HTML. Okay. So structure of a XHTML document. So the structure must contain first the HTML tag, next the header tag. Within the header tag, there should be a title tag. Somebody told me header tag is missing. Yes, but there I was just demonstrating. Here I was just demonstrating how to write the tags. Here. I was just telling whether a closing tag is compulsory or not in HTML and in XHTML. So HTML, header tag, within the header tag, title tag, next the body tag. Listen students, whatever the content you want to display on the web page, whatever the content, it may be a image, or it may be a table, or it may be a ordered list or unordered list, or any paragraph or any information, that will be written in the body tag. That will be written in the body tag. And here is a closing of. So this is opening of a body tag. Here I have written two statements, that is H1 hello, and in the paragraph tag we this is a simple program. So 2 tags I am demonstrating here, and both the tags I have written opening tag and the closing tag. Opening tag and the closing tag. According to the basics of HTML, I have written both closing tag, opening tag, and a closing tag. And next, once the content, whatever the content you want to display on the web page, if everything we write, then next we should close the body tag, and after closing the body tag, next close the HTML tag. So this is the standard structure of XHTML document. It's a standard structure of XHTML document. Next here, in other programming languages also, we write a comment line. We write a comment line. In C also we write a comment line. How to write the comment line in C? Take barithi comment line.
Double slash.
Double slash. If it is a single line, then we write double slash. If it is multiple line,
Slash star.
slash star
Star
and
slash.
then star slash. So similarly, here in HTML also, or in XHTML also, we have a comment line. We have a comment line. How we write a comment line is within the angle bracket, the exclamation symbol, and the content what you want to write in the comment line, and closing the angle bracket. You open the angle bracket, exclamation mark, the content, and the closing the angle bracket. See here, I have written angle bracket, question mark. This is a comment line. This is a comment line. This is a comment line, means whatever the suppose here for this, for the body tag, I write a comment. This is a body tag, or this is a B tag. No, if I write B tag, then it will not be correct. This is a body of the program. End. This is end. See here, for the body tag, I have written the comment line, angle bracket, exclamation mark. This is body of the program, and I have closed. So you all know that why we write a comment line. The comment line is just for the understanding purpose or for the future usage. Today I have written this program, and tomorrow somebody else will come and execute this program. Some of the programming statement, some of the executable statement what I have written, they may not understand. If I specify the correct comment line whenever it is necessary, then if any new user or if any other person also come and see the program, they will understand what code, what logic I have written, and what is the purpose of the program. And this comment line is not compiled by the compiler. Correct, no students? This comment line is not compiled by the compiler. So this is the reason why we write a comment line. In all the programming languages, we write a comment line. Standard XHTML document structure. So when you write a XHTML program, there we have to specify some of the points, some of the tags. So the version, encoding, document type, these things you have to mention. This I'll do it in the next class, students. I'll stop here. This I'll do it in the next class. Answer attendance, students. One,
Yes, ma'am.
two, Abhilash.
Yes, ma'am.
Three,
Yes, ma'am.
four,
Yes, ma'am.
five. Five is okay. Six. Six. Anusha. Six is not there.
Yes, ma'am.
Seven,
Present, ma'am.
eight,
Yes, ma'am.
nine,
Present, ma'am.
10,
Yes, ma'am.
11,
Yes, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15.
Yes, ma'am.
Chandana, last class you were absent.
Yes, ma'am.
16. 16. Darshan. Darshan is not there.
Ma'am, Darshan is there, ma'am. His mic is not working.
Okay. 17. 17.
Yes, ma'am.
18.
Present, ma'am.
19.
Present, ma'am.
20.
Present, ma'am.
21.
Present, ma'am.
22.
Present, ma'am.
23.
Present, ma'am.
24.
Yes, ma'am.
25.
Present, ma'am.
26.
Ma'am, she has put in chat box.
Okay. 27.
Present, ma'am.
28.
Present, ma'am.
29. Manoj. Okay. 30.
Present, ma'am.
31.
Present, ma'am.
32.
Present, ma'am.
33.
Present, ma'am.
34.
Present, ma'am.
35.
Present, ma'am.
36.
Present, ma'am.
37.
Present, ma'am.
38.
Present, ma'am.
39.
Present, ma'am.
40.
Yes, ma'am.
41. 41. Sai Kumar.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
42.
Present, ma'am.
43. Santosh. 43 absent. 44.
Present, ma'am.
45.
Present, ma'am.
46.
Present, ma'am.
47.
Present, ma'am.
48.
Present, ma'am.
49.
Present, ma'am.
50.
Present, ma'am.
51.
Present, ma'am.
52.
Present, ma'am.
53.
Present, ma'am.
54.
Present, ma'am.
55.
Present, ma'am.
56.
Present, ma'am.
57.
Present, ma'am.
58.
Present, ma'am.
59.
Present, ma'am.